Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we are. What's cutting you, man? Mamuka say. Yeah, no. I thought I'd give you guys a talk on the coronavirus, my experience down here in Zims while I'm here. I thought, let me not just make it about vlogs and exercise and sights and sounds around Bulawayo, what, and Jan. First off, apologies because of the fuel supply and fuel shortage and yeah, issues, nyayas. I'm unable to tour as much as I would have loved to. The parks I have had to be diverted to emergency issues just in case of food shortages if Zimbabwe gets locked down. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I have to scheme of other people also, not just myself. I would have loved to go Mutari. I would have loved to go back to Mana Pools. I would have loved to go to Gonarejao National Park, definitely. Yeah, I would have loved to do many things, but next time. So, yeah, so coronavirus, where are we today? We are on the what's today? 17th, 18th of March. So by the time you guys watch this is old news, but let me just give you my experience. I'm okay. Touch wood, giant Simbi, thank God. I'm okay. When I arrived, Ministry of Health, they do their temperature check, and then I filled out a form, and then they tuned 2 weeks later from now, somebody from the Ministry of Health is going to contact you. Nzwe. No one contacted me. It's now more than 3 weeks. But I'm alright. I was a little bit worried because in the UK I work in the public sector. So lots of speaking with people, yeah, close contact. So any each article I'm getting, I'm like, no. So no flu-like symptoms, but I know when it comes towards flu season, which is normally March, April, around March, April, or is it, no, March, August, yeah, around there, I'll be getting my yearly dose. We've all got to go through flus, isn't it? So yeah, no, touch wood, I and my family so far and friends, nothing doing. I do keep in touch with what's going on abroad. Italy lockdown, France, Spain lockdown, States lockdown, South locked down just nearly a week ago, except for the route going to Bridge between Zims and South. That route is still on, but it's closed to all other countries from highly infected areas. Our government has kind of like been quiet on the situation. I'm waiting for them to give a go ahead or something. There are a few cases here and there, but we don't know for sure. I'm more like onto it than other local menses. I think when you're abroad, you're more into the world news and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I find I have to pull back a bit on my raps and not try and, because people they're not too interested, or you can't hold their attention for too long. Or maybe they know about it and they're just like, ah. So what you're telling us is old news. We also got CNN and BBC World News here, so I try not to speak too much about it. But on the whole, I'm quite chuffed that I'm here in Zimbabwe with my family. But then I've also got my girlfriend and her sons in the UK that I would have liked to be with, but I can't split myself in two. Um, my sister's here on her own, and I'm glad that I could be with her. Um, Knowing Zimbabwe's medical system, the hana-hanas they had with their doctors and nurses not too long ago, I don't know how Zims will handle it when the peak of the virus hits this area. I know the World Health Organization granted all countries made available 15 billion, but the governments, individual governments, have to apply for those loans. So the loans mean that they have to pay back. So even if Zims is going to take, and it's not sheets, it's not bucks to fight the virus. It's in terms of equipment, medical equipment, masks, respirators, beds, whatever they need, and then they'll have to pay back. So Zims hasn't said anything yet. Hey, Jet, lack a toothpick here, but gonna need it later. Yeah, so Zim government's kind of like quiet on the whole issue, but every day there's talks about coronavirus. So yeah, my flight is being changed by Kenyan Airways. It's now from the 9th of April to the 12th of April. So I don't know by the time I get back to the K if there's gonna be a quarantine. No problem. As long as what? As long as I'm still pataled my pay, no problem in quarantine. That to me will be a time to be even more productive. Drawings, videos, reading, catching up on the word, isn't it? Yeah? Prayer, meditation, just time with the man above, one on one, wherever they quarantine me. Would be nice if they could hold me back here in Zims. I'd love that. Home is home. I'd love to spend even more time at home, because I think between the two, I'm more open to becoming infected in the UK than here. So eventually, if the UK hits a peak, then it's gonna be for catching it. I think what scares me about the virus is the nun been struggling to breathe part. That's the cock part. The isolation and anchoring for yourself for 2 weeks, that's not a problem. That's man flu. We know that one there. You can do that easy for 2 weeks. Lie in your bed and just be like a demanding, spoiled puppy and just want everything delivered to you. And just worry about contaminating others. So yeah, hey, that's all what I can scheme about. But otherwise, loving it down here in Zimbabwe. Eating the cycling with the Bulawayo cycling crew. Owns are fit. Yeah, owns are fit. Join the owns. Owns they dropped me a few times. Make sure. I got my excuses also. So I'm not on my bike. I'm on a bigger bike, and so the mechanics are not right. And also general fitness. It's nice here. It's so easy to train. You can pick any route you want. Metopus, Plumtree, Harare Road, Aumain Road, Mashingo Road, Falls Road, Airport Road. I mean, after you just come out of town, 20 minutes, you're there. London, not conducive. Not conducive to cycling. So it's just too many people, too many stop starts, excuses. And now with the non-gathering or staying away from menses, I don't know what's gonna be the story. But anyway, so long life. I hope you guys, that wherever you are, that all of you have been keeping healthy and continue to be healthy and remain non-infected, isn't it? But this virus here, it's a eye-opener. Initially I thought it's just gonna anchor in China and punish the ones who who committed the violation with the way they graze, but looks like, hey, trying to scheme how it's picking Mensa out. I can't figure it out. Yeah, so where it's going, I'm afraid of the virus, but I'm more afraid of the impact of the virus. And by that I mean what the virus is going to teach governments to do in terms of how to control people, how to lock down people. Don't think they haven't discovered something new. You must remember, in the past, in order for governments to lock down or even build a wall, it's got to go through Senate, it's got to go through this, it's going to be opposition parties, human rights movements. But this virus here, it's a tool. It can be used as a weapon in future. And I think this one here is going to change the way we all live. Make sure. It's going to have long-lasting implications. Already I see there's a move to a cashless society because using paper money may contain the virus. And we know that they've been wanting that for a long time. Yeah, and China's way of controlling their people, CCTV, point system. If you're bad, then some of your privileges in society get taken away from you. Unable to buy this, buy that, or do this, do that. Where have we heard that before? Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 to 17. The mark of the beast. Unable to buy or sell. Least they have the mark of the beast in their hand and in their forehead. It's no joke. It's coming. I just never thought in my lifetime it would come this way. I remember the first time I checked an ATM card. I had already read the Bible. I knew and I was wondering how is this going to come upon us. When I got the ATM card, I was like, is this it? I got it in my hand and I got the PIN number in my head. I thought, I tried tuning my connections. They tune, no. You Mali, you weird. But fast forward, and now that evolved to PIN, what was it? What was it? Where you put your PIN at Tesco's. Then after that it was contactless, isn't it? Then after that it was so easy. So they make it look so easy. So easy, so convenient. Weave it into your life. Become dependent on it. After that, contactless, it was the mobile phone. You just touch your mobile phone. Just tap your mobile phone, China. What's to say they can't reduce it down to a size where it's just so convenient you put it under your wrist. I remember the first time I checked, my connections dog was chipped. He says, feel the chip. I said, where is it? He says, just here under the skin here at the back of the neck. Feel the chip. A small little item like a rice. He says, they're the ones that can steal the dog, but all the details and particulars are there. They tested it on the hounds first, then I heard on the American soldiers, and then I heard some mensas were going for it in America, and I checked some companies in Sweden are using it to open and close doors and just swipe. Very convenient. If the human being falls for anything that is convenient, that's where they catch us. And also I think another trick they use is criminals. You check also criminals have shot ourselves in the foot because companies and manufacturers and we have had to design and come up with technology to avoid crime. But I think also government also, when they check people are not going to go for something that the government wants to do, then they use the criminals. Give the criminals a go-ahead or something, then they tune you check. If we don't bring in that, these ones are going to do that. So they have a way of justifying things. So yeah, I'm more afraid of the new lifestyle. Yeah, because now when that vaccine comes out for the coronavirus, those that don't get it, those that refuse to have it, are gonna be sectioned out, because now your lighty is at risk. They're gonna tune, hey, your lighty is gonna infect my lighty. And you know how parents at school can voice, your lighty is gonna make my lighty sick. I remember Gordon Brown 2008, there was the avian flu. When you try to push those jabs, make them compulsory for everybody, the menses they tune sat. Sat. So it soon turned out that the own was it GlaxoSmithKline had produced vast amounts of the vaccine before avian flu hit the scene. So the stockpiles were just sitting. So somebody had to push them. You check the story where I'm going. Anyway, let's stay away from the conspiracy theories. Yeah, so that's all that I'm talking about. It's the lifestyle that we're gonna be forced to live afterwards. When they have that access to you, like what China's doing, all right, they can, if you don't jump rope, if you don't jump when they say jump, if you don't pay your bills, then they can switch off privileges, cut you out of items if you don't jump. And that can be anything from graft to politics to religion as well. If they want you, if they scheme, hey, we're all gonna do something a certain way, that's it. No more this, no more that, no more. Luckily, these zones don't change, huh? Nature. Yeah. So yeah, I think I can see that coming. I'm an early bird normally on these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ahead, but mark my words. It's not mbanje that I smoke. Don't ever. Hey, a nice black bird with white feathers on its wings and a long tail with a orange beak. And the ant is getting into my katulo here. Check the spoon I'm wearing. Or Steve's shoes. My foot is sweating inside like anything. So yeah, no, anyway, that's it. Let me wrap it up. So just be mindful of the implications after this coronavirus. How we all going to live. It's going to have a big knock-on effect. Change way of life. I'll make sure it's deep. I can't explain. Anyway, thanks for watching. Keep watching my videos. See you in my next video.